Story is for motivation, and how to get high marks in NMDCAT. AOA, I have secured 186 marks in NMDCAT as a fresh candidate. Almighty Allah has always given me more than I deserve. It gives me great honor to share my experience with you people. First of all, I would mention here a great misconception in the mind of every student that without academy we can't qualify. I did not join any academy nor had taken online lectures, because I strongly believe in self-study. Like in a class of 30 students, not all the 30 students scores well, although teacher teaches equally to all. It's all about how much concentration does a student pay and how much he himself work hard for it. This misconception can be compensated by your strategy, management, planning, acting upon it. I myself started preparation for entry test from the very first day of my college. I used to study the topic one day before the teacher taught. At the end of each chapter, I used to solve MCQs of that chapter from any MCQs book. Along with this, I was preparing for board exams. I scored good in first year. Then in my summer vacations I myself started studying second year books at home. This helped me a lot. I was burden free in second year. I was revising first year chemistry during my second year. Then from March, our college was closed due to COVID-19. I don't know why, but I was still studying for entry test. Luckily our board exam was cancelled. Then from April, I started writing my own notes. I used to write one chapter per day, using my textbooks, Google, YouTube to solve my queries. I spared 4 months in writing my own notes, but thereafter, it was very easy for me to revise at least 5 chapters per day. I could easily comprehend difficult topics written in my own handwriting. I learn a lot from WiseGot and tricks and hints for etea. I did not join any academy. I solve all academies test uploaded on WiseGot website. Then in last months, I was just doing revision. After our syllabus was changed, I went through federal biology, but only for important chapters like cell structure, biochemistry, enzymes, bioenergetics, chromosome and DNA, biotech. Rest of the chapters I studied only from KP book. Yeah, one thing more, when I was making notes, I was also studying Indian books, but soon I realized I was detracted. I was learning more than entry test demands. Thereafter I stopped using other books and fully focused on my textbooks. In April 2020 I joined an online WhatsApp group, OCA Batch 2020 for females. This group helped me a lot, and whenever I found any difficult and toughest MCQs I must send it in group, and I found a perfect solution. OCA conduct chapter-wise test and I appear in all tests, which help me a lot. If you need any kind of study materials, just go to www.wisegot.com and download all kind of stuffs. My concept was build more than enough. Then from September I started giving NGCorn practice tests. In my very first test I did blunders. I was really thanking Allah that it wasn't my final test. I was given an opportunity to study myself my mistakes. I was little disheartened because I was giving these practice tests for about 2 months, but in each test my marks were 135 to 140. I couldn't increase my marks, but I didn't quit. After each test, I used to analyze myself, and in the next test I didn't repeat that mistake. These 135 to 140 marks polished and refined me so much that in my final test I secured 186 marks. Throughout my preparation, everyday baseless news and posts were circulating on social media, but I ignore all these news, so I request you people don't waste your time on social media. Some people solve MCQs on Facebook, etc. That's just a wastage of time, efforts, feelings. Some students discourage students, so if you cannot encourage someone, then you don't have the right to discourage him. At last I would say that, dedicate yourself just for 1 or 2 years, study hard plus smart, sacrifice your social life, entertainments, comfort, friends, parties, picnics and everything. You have only few months to prove yourself, your 12 years study. I myself have studied each day except Eid K3 Din. I also used to refresh myself. I gave time to my parents and siblings. Even I never missed my favorite cereals. But this was only for refreshing my mind for studying again. Refreshment is very necessary. Like even a lion can't hunt continuously, but he sits for a while. This sitting doesn't mean he has given up, but he is just relaxing for a more energetic attack. People saying medical field is tough, leave that, just enjoy your life. But to me, you can enjoy your life only if your dreams come true, no matter how tough, how hard they are. At last but not the least, do your study with a calm and cool mind. Just shut the distractions, be positive, don't let anyone discourage you. You are not at their disposal. Put your 100% effort. Allah will give reward according to your input. Keep motivating. Remember me in your prayers. Regard, your sister.